So the topic is ETL process in data warehouses and data marts. ETL process. ETL process stands for extract, transform and load. It is a process used in data warehousing to extract data from various sources, transform it into a suitable for loading into data warehouse and then load it into the warehouse. If you ask yourself what is ETL processing, the most straightforward answer would be extracting data from various stages, systems, and sources, transforming it into a suitable format, and loading them into targeted databases. Here is a diagrammatical representation of ETL process. ETL process is divided into three phases: extraction, transformation, and loading. We learn in next slide. So here are the three phases of ETL process. First is extract. The first stage in ETL process is to extract data from various sources such as transactional systems, spreadsheet and flat files. This step involves reading data from the source system and storing it in a staging area. ETL developers extract data from one or more systems and copy it into data warehouse. Next is transform. In this stage, the extracted data is transformed into format that is suitable for the loading into the data warehouse. This may involve cleaning and validating the data, converting data types, combining data from multiple sources, and creating new data fields. This means that they remove inconsistency, assemble to common format, adding missing fields, summarizing detailed data, and driving new fields to store calculated data. Most data in an ETL process is not transferred, about 80% based on poll of the data architects. The last phase is load. After the data is transformed, it is loaded into data warehouse. This step involves creating the physical data structure and loading the data into the warehouse. It means that they map the data to proper tables and columns, transform and or load it into data warehouses. Next is advantages of ETL process. Here are some common 5 advantages of ETL process as you see here. First is improved data quality. ETL process ensures that the data in data warehouse is accurate, complete and up to date. Second is better data integration. ETL process helps to integrate data from multiple sources, systems, making it more accessible and usable. Increase data security. ETL process can be help to improve data security by controlling access to the data warehouse and ensuring that only authorized users can access the data. Next is improved data security. ETL process can help to improve data security by controlling access to the warehouse and ensuring that only authorized user can access the data. Improved scalability. ETL process can help to improve scalability by providing a way to manage and analyze large amount of data. Increase automation. ETL tools and technologies can automate and simplify the ETL process, reducing the time and efforts required to load and update in the warehouse. Disadvantages of ETL process are high cost. ETL process can be expensive and implement to maintain, especially for organizations with limited resource. Second is complexity. It can be complex and difficult to implement, especially for organizations that lack the necessary expertise or resources. Limited flexibility. It can be limited in terms of flexibility as it may not be able to handle unstructured data or real-time data streams. Limited scalability. It can be limited in terms of scalability as it may not be able to handle very large amount of data. Next is data privacy concerns. ETL process can raise concerns about data privacy as large amount of data are collected, stored and analyzed. So next is ETL scope. ETL has a bright future as data is expanding exponentially, hence job opportunities for ETL professionals are also increasing regularly. A person can have a great career as an ETL developer to MNCs like Volkswagen, IBM, Deloitte, and many more are working on the ETL projects and therefore require ETL professional are on large scale. You can also go with ETL process and you can make your future in ETL. Why do we need an ETL? So here are some common points. Why do we need an ETL? It helps in making decision by analyzing the data. ETL process can handle complex problem which traditional database cannot handle. ETL process provides a common data repository. ETL process loads data from different sources into a targeted database systems. The ETL process, where the data warehouse automatically updates according to change in data sources. In ETL process, data transformation verifies calculation and aggregation rule. ETL process compares sources and targeted system data, and ETL process improves productivity. So, the ETL process in data warehouse. ETL process is responsible for bringing data from various source systems into data warehouses, transforming it into a suitable for analyzing and loading into the data warehouse tables. Here how the ETL process is typically executed in context of data warehouses. So extract, transform and load. In extract there are two different phases: source system and data extraction. In transformation, there are generally five major phases: data cleaning and validation, data transformation, data enrichment, duplication, data aggregation. And in loading, there are mainly two phases: staging area, data loading. So, source system: identify and connect to the source system, which can include operational database, external data source, flat files, APIs, and more. Data extraction: extract relevant data from the source system. This could full or incremental extraction method depending on the requirement. Here are data cleaning methods: data transformation, data enrichment, data duplication, data aggregation. In simply, ETL process in data warehouse can be done by ETL process. It plays a crucial role. It helps in extracting data from various sources such as database, spreadsheets, or even external system. Then the extracted data is transformed to meet the specific requirements of the data warehouses, like standardizing formats or cleaning up inconsistencies. Finally, the data transformed is loaded into data warehouse, making it available for analyzing and reporting. ETL ensures that data in the warehouse is accurate, consistent, and ready for decision making. Let me know if you have any more question about it. So the next is ETL process in data marts. The ETL extract, transform, and load process is a fundamental not only to data warehouse but also to data marts. A data mart is smaller specialized subset of data warehouse that is focused on specific business function or group of users. It serves as a more accessible and targeted repository for a particular department or business unit within an organization. The ETL process for data mart is targeted as streamlined version of the process used in data warehouse. It is focused on delivering relevant high quality data to specific group of users within the organization, enabling them to make informed decision based on their unique business needs. So when it comes to data marts, the ETL process is also important. Similarly to data warehouse, data marts require the extraction, transformation, and loading of data. The ETL process helps in extracting relevant data from various sources. It fit to it to fit the specific needs of the data marts and loading it into the mart for analyzing and reporting. It ensures that data in the data mart is accurate, consistent, and tailored to the specific requirement of particular department or business functions. So the next is difference between data warehouses and data marts. So here are 9 difference. First is usage. You Data warehouses are used for data integration and in the decision making process, and data marts are used for concrete strategic decisions. The aim of data warehouse is to provide an integrated and consistent environment for all the enterprise data assets. And the aim of data mart is to provide an integrated environment for data about a concrete business area or department. Designing difficult design not necessarily based on a dimensional model, and designing in data mart is easy to design based on a dimensional model. It focuses on general company-wide information, and data mart is focuses on specific information related to specific department or business area. Type of data. There are two type of data, non-volatile and time variant in data warehouse. And in data marts, mainly consolidated data prepared to meet the information need of managers for department. How to reach the data marts? So data mart and data warehouses store the entire company's data. It is a source information for any area of the organization. In data marts, it store related to a specific department or aspect of the business activity. Each department or business area can have their own data mart. Sources. Data warehouse collect data from a wide range of sources, where data marts collect data from a small number of sources, usually from data warehouse itself. Size of data warehouses usually from 100 GBs to 1 TB, and in data mart it is less than 100 GBs. Implementation time. So in data warehouse, the implementation process can take from several months to several years, but in data marts, the implementation process usually takes a few months. So it is a complete difference between data warehouse and data marts. So, in summary, while the data warehouse ETL process emphasize enterprise-wide integration, consistency, and centralized governance, the data mart ETL process is characterized by specialization, user focus, agility, and local management. Together, these processes enable organizations to drive valuable insights from their data, supporting both strategic decision making at the organizational level or more tactical department analytics. Thank you.